Hello, Libras. My name is Dawn Priolat, and I'm going to give you a reading, a relationship reading for the time period of September 20th of 2016 until October 20th of 2016. This is a general reading. However, you may find that some of this does pertain to you very specifically, and there may be other parts of this that may not really seem to resonate with you. So if you would like a more specific reading for you, kind of like this one, delivered to you either in a video format like this, delivered directly to your inbox, your email, or if you would like a real-time Skype reading, one-on-one, please look in the description box below for details on how you can do that. For this reading, I would like you to take a moment now and take a deep breath and kind of center yourself, because in order to really make this be more meaningful for you, I want you to put your intention into this and really think of a question, a specific question that you have for this reading, because that will, it's very powerful to put your intention into this. And I think you'll find that it's going to make a lot more sense to you. And especially when we come to the final outcome card, that will make more sense to you. So, the first card for you is the Page of Pentacles in the first position. And that's a position of how you view your partner. And pages usually talk about messages. Pentacles oftentimes have to do with finances, with money. Pentacles are also usually have to do with earth signs, and very down to earth kind of first chakra things. So what I'm feeling for you, Libra, is, because this is in the position of how you view your partner. I don't know, for some of you, it may be that you view your partner actually in terms of finances as this partnership could actually be beneficial to you financially. Maybe your partner is making more money than what you're used to in the past. Or if you're someone who's actually looking for a romantic partner, maybe that's kind of where you're focused on, is you're looking really for someone who can kind of take care of you a little bit financially, or at least be somewhat of a support for you. Maybe you're going to school or you have other things going on, and you just don't want to be the one to have to take care of everything financially anymore. And that's perfectly fine. So that's what I see for that one. And how your partner views you is the second position, the Tower. Wow. And what I feel with this one is, the Tower is just like, it can be a calamity or something bad, but it's not always. Oftentimes the Tower just refers to like a total overthrow of old ideas and old ways of doing things and old ways of being, perhaps, within relationship. So what I'm really feeling with this card is like your partner is really blown away by you. Like, this is, you are different than anyone that he or she has ever been with. Or it could be that you are causing your partner to kind of get rid of a lot of old ways of being, a lot of old habits. You know, there was a saying, I heard it recently, and let me see if I can get this right. Um, your man won't change because you love him. He'll change because he loves you. And, but I would even say, I would go a step further with that and say that he changes in the end because maybe you inspired him to love himself more, you know, because really nobody's doing anything. Bottom line, nobody does anything for anybody else. It's bottom line, we all do what we feel guided to do based on our own higher guidance. But you might be that catalyst. You might be the inspiration for him or her to really throw off some old ways of being that kind of needed to go. And the next position is the third position, your needs. And this came up with the Page of Swords. And what I'm feeling with that, because it came up in the reverse, pages is particularly the swords, they have to do with mental things, and pages have to do with communication, with messages. And I'm feeling with this one, because it came up in the reverse, is that maybe you're not having an easy time communicating your needs. You don't quite know how to do that without being offensive, without offending, without coming on too sharply. And they're just saying, especially if you're dealing with a Cancer person or someone who has a lot of Cancer in their chart, maybe like I have my Venus in Cancer. And so in relationships with other people, I can tend to be very sensitive and emotional, and very easily hurt. And so what I'm getting from this card is that your, as far as your needs are concerned, is that you need to learn how to communicate better, and to do so in a way that is not going to offend your partner. Like, I'm hearing the word snap, like you tend to like snap, because what you do is, I'm actually hearing this all in my head, okay? You have this tendency to kind of say, oh, everything's fine. Oh, I'm okay. In other words, you're ignoring your own needs and desires, and then all of a sudden you just snap. You know, one day you just snap and things come out wrong, and it's not because of what happened on that day. No, 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 no. You've been holding stuff back for a long, long time. And so it's not even just a general communication thing. It's a learning how to express your needs on a moment by moment basis. And for women, I can tell you the best way to do that is, you know, use feeling statements. I feel uncomfortable. And always use the word I when you're saying, you know, talking about how you feel, and never saying because you did this or you did that, because that's very accusatory, and it's really going to cause you know, the other person to become defensive. Okay, so anyway, there needs to be some work done there. And for your partner's needs, wow. Oh, your partner's needs. Wow. This, the Queen of Swords. This is a very mental kind of energy. And wow, okay, I just heard, would you just get to the point? And what I think this is referring to is oftentimes in communication, women, we tend to go into a lot of details about stuff. And that works okay with your girlfriends, but with men, they're always waiting to hear, okay, what do you want from me? What can I do in this situation? That's what they want to hear. So they're waiting for you to get to the point. And what often happens, especially in long-term relationships, is when the man knows that you're going to go into a lot of superfluous details, he tends to shut off after a while. He tends to not hear you anymore because he knows you're going to go into a long story. Okay, so just a little hint, get to the point when you're talking to a man and make an appointment with him before you try to discuss something that's really important to you. Do not just barge in the room when he's watching TV. He can't hear you when he's watching TV or reading the newspaper, okay? I don't know. I'm just being guided to tell you that. Just please respect him by asking him for an appointment. You can just say to him, honey, I really need to talk to you about, our vacation or whatever it is. When would be a good time, preferably today, when you could, you know, discuss this with me? Just ask him. Ask him for an appointment, really. That's what you're doing. Okay, so enough said about that. And now, the next position is position 5, the current state of the relationship. Okay, you're juggling. Now, juggling two things. Now, this could mean that there could be two possible partners. It could also mean what I got right away is time. Like, you don't maybe have a lot of free time right now, and maybe he doesn't either. So you're kind of juggling your time, trying to spend meaningful time together. And so that is creating some friction in the relationship. And the next position is the path that you want the relationship to follow. The path that you want the relationship to follow. And look at this card. We've got the 7 of Cups, and it's all about too many freaking choices, okay? And it did come up in the reverse. I'll show you upright, but it did come up in the reverse, and this is telling me that you are having a real hard time making up your mind about what it is you want. One minute you think you want one thing, the next minute you want something else. So you need to really get clarity about what it is you want. If you were going to make reservations for a plane ticket, the first thing you have to decide is where you want to go. You can't just say, well, whatever. It doesn't work like that, because you'll never get anywhere like that. So in the next position is, let's see, the 7th position. It's the path that your partner would like the relationship. Yeah, the relationship to follow. And this card was the one that came up in that position. It's the Queen of Cups. Now, the Queen of Cups, this could be a man or a woman, but in this particular position, this is the path that your partner would like to see the relationship follow. This is an emotional, sensitive woman. So, what I get from this is that your partner would like, what I'm hearing is he would like you to be more sweet, more of that sweet woman that he used to know. That sweet, understanding woman he used to know. That's exactly what I'm hearing. And some of you, that's going to resonate quite a bit. Some of you, maybe not so much, but, this is just saying, there's so much strength in being vulnerable, really. A lot of women have become very hardened and actually very masculine, because we're out in the work world and we think that we have to be like men in order to succeed in life. And actually, our greatest strength is our wonderful emotions and the way we're so able to feel them. There's a great power in that. Don't be afraid of it. Okay, so this is going a little bit longer than I wanted to, so let's move right on. And the 8th position is the aspects of the relationship to consider. Okay, the Knight of Wands is in this position. Knight of Wands, this is a messenger of some sort, and right away I heard something about your career, your job. There may be a transfer or something, and this may be affecting your relationship. It's something for some of you that are newly involved in a new relationship. This may actually affect the course of where that relationship is going to go, because your job is entering in here, your career, your like a new opportunity that may be coming in. And the last position, now I want you to consider that question. Remember, I told you to ask a specific question about your relationship. So the last card is the outcome card. And along with the other cards, this should kind of give you an answer to that question. If it was a yes/no question, by the way, 7 being an odd number, I would say that's a no. The answer is no. But if it was a more extensive question, the 7, I'm showing you upright, 7 of staves. This is kind of, it shows about struggle, about, hard work.